Hi Gemini, Magi Supreme here coming at you guys with a Zodiac reading. So for this reading, this would be for the sign of Gemini. This will not be a 30-day prediction. This is more so of like the energies that are around you now and some advice for like maybe like the near future or for like what's coming like next. I'm of the camp that, constantly, consistently looking into the future and doing predictions is kind of ruins the surprise and the surprise of life. Some things are meant to just happen in divine timing and as a surprise, and I like to value that tradition. So with that being said, this particular reading, as I said before, is not a prediction, but it's more so the energies around you and maybe something for like your very near future. So with that out of the way, we will be getting into your reading, Gemini. So what we have for the essential themes around of the energies around you is opposition, which is confrontation, ascendant, which is entrance, the waning moon, and the sign and the air sign with concession. Uranus. Mars and Sagittarius with domination. And finally, Venus and Cancer with birth. So Gemini, I got a bunch of different messages from this reading, and it seems like these two go together, and these two go together to deliver a message. So I think your message might be threefold, Gemini. With opposition and ascendant coming out together, what I really got initially was that this is going to be more of a challenging period for you, Gemini. You're either going to be confronted by a lot of people, confronted by yourself, or just face a lot of challenges in your path right now. There's something here about either things like not going the way that you thought they would, or like you having to like have arguments with someone. Maybe you're in a heated debate with someone, just had a heated debate with someone. But the fact of the matter is that there's the clashing of heads, clashing of ideals, and typically in opposition really just says that that two energies aren't really working together. They kind of work against each other, and it takes a little bit of effort to like get them balanced out. The thing about oppositions, though, is that oppositions aren't squares. Squares mean that it's like pretty much impossible to get around that energy, or it's going to require a tremendous amount of self-discipline, a tremendous amount of work just to get around the square, to get through it. Oppositions, though, require a little less effort. It just needs a little bit of understanding and a willingness to work with the energy instead of working against it. And we see that here with the ascendant as well. There's something here, or at least like that's in your near future, or like the energy around you. It's like everything is like personally challenging to you, Gemini. Like the way that you express yourself, the way that people perceive you, the energy that you give off. It's just being challenged by people, or challenged by circumstances and situations. There's something here about if there's like an idea that you have that you want to go forward with, now might not be the most ideal time for a Gemini. Of course, you can choose to fight against it, to push against it and do what you're going to do. You don't get much headway, but you can at least like start, or like at least go through the struggle. But if you want a process to go a lot more smoothly, then you have to realize that now isn't your time, Gemini. Now is not your time. You're going to be facing a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, a lot of people trying to either like speak ill of you, a lot of people not really vibing with your energy, or even just like life itself and situations itself presenting a bunch of obstacles in your path to kind of slow you down and to dissuade you and let you know like, hey, not right now. This might not be the best time. The ascendant is the first house, and the first house rules the energy that you project. It's the energy that you put out into the world and how other people like feel you. With there being an opposition to the ascendant, like I said, There's something here about people not really feeling your energy, or like life itself kind of like putting obstacles in your path. So if you've been feeling really challenged lately, just know that, it's more of an astrological thing. Like right now it's like a period for you to be challenged. It's just not your time, Gemini. Period. It's just not your time. So just keep that in mind. It's not your time. So with that being said, we do have the balsamic air moon, well, the waning moon with in the air sign with concession, and we have Uranus. Now, concession here, this card speaks of like actually having ideas, and so does Uranus, having revolutionary ideas, wanting to change, to shift, and to do things in your life. Like, I really feel like your energy is like really at an all-time high, Gemini. You're ready to change, you're ready to do this, you're ready to do that, but it's just not the time. You're going to be facing a lot of challenges and a lot of obstacles, even though your energy is like very, very much geared for it right now. If you go and you start trying to implement these new ideas, these revolutions that you're having, these, not revolutions, what do you call it? These ideas that you're having, if you try to go and implement them now, you're just going to be faced with a lot of challenges. What this is telling me is that this is the time for you to go to the drawing board, Gemini, to plan, to write, to study, to make sure that you're learning, getting a background knowledge of the things that you need first to help implement your plan. Like if you want to, I'll use myself as an example. I feel like I'm so ready to get out into the tech industry and do what and to just like try my best and wing it. I know I'm ready, I'm excited for it, and I'm ready to put my energy into it. But realistically, if I try to do it now, I'll be faced with a lot of obstacles, a lack of experience, not understanding a lot of the systems that I'm going to be working with, not having a proper background knowledge. So now it's time for me to keep that idea in my heart, not to shelve it, not to throw it away, but to do the background information, to do all the homework I need to do in order to be able to bring this idea, this passion into fruition. Otherwise, I'm just going to be faced with so many obstacles in my path that's going to hinder me. With concession and Uranus here, Uranus is a very brilliant planet. Uranus is the planet of enlightenment, revolution, of ideas, of technology. It's a very cerebral and transformative planet. It shakes things up because Uranus is like, the only planet that rotates on a different axis. There's a certain thing about whatever it is that you want to do, or the person that you are, Gemini, being very unique. You could be very different from a lot of the people around you, and right now that kind of energy that you're bringing just might not be very well suited for everything right now. You need to have the skills to back up this unique energy and unique ideas. So right now it's time for you to like really study, go to the drawing board, and learn a little bit more about whatever it is that you want to do, Gemini. Dedicate yourself to increasing your skill set, your knowledge, and it'll serve you well in the future. Because right now, it's just not the time for you to go out and just do and be impulsive and ready. Now it's the time to study, to learn, and to put some energy into other things. Here we have Mars and Sagittarius with domination, and Cancer and Venus and Cancer with birth. With domination and birth coming out together, it's very telling. Domination tells me that either you are trying to push too hard for something, or someone is really trying to push something too much onto you. And that could really lend itself to this opposition, to this confrontation energy. Maybe someone has been trying to push their own ideas onto you, and you was pushing against it. And that's fine. That's cool. Keep pushing against that idea if it runs counter to whatever it is that you think, Gemini, because you have the revolutionary idea. You have the right stuff. You're on a path that's unique to you. And what other people might think might not be what's right for you, Gemini. So if other people are trying to dissuade you from something, don't let them dissuade you. Take that dissuasion, those people's fears, them like doubting you, use that as motivation to learn more, to improve yourself, to do better, to become more well-versed in whatever it is that you're trying to do, to increase your skill set and your knowledge. The one thing about the domination cards is it talks about detaching yourself from an idea, detaching yourself. Instead of trying to go out and forcefully prove yourself, fall back. Know that you don't have anything to prove to anyone, Gemini. Fall back and see the truth of the matter that, whatever it is that you're trying to do is different than what other people believe or what they want or what they believe you should be doing. And right now it's just the time for you to fall back, to learn, to study, to increase your skills, and to not really try to force yourself on anyone else. Mars and Sagittarius people can be very forceful with their ideologies, their ideas, their thoughts, and their belief. And they can speak about it with such passion, such vigor, and such conviction that it might seem like they're trying to convert other people. As you can see here, like wrestle other people down to their ideologies, their thoughts, whatever it is that they really believe in. This is not the energy that you need to be in right now, Gemini, because you're only going to face obstacle after obstacle, challenge after challenge, people after people rising up against you, and you're going to tire yourself out. If you take the time to study and become a master, or like at least a little bit more well versed in whatever it is that you're trying to do, you'll have an easier time in the future. Especially with the birth card here, take the time to gestate, to learn, to cook up these ideas, to like I said, go back to the drawing board, to cook it up, to understand it a little bit more, and to like really just take the time out to understand whatever it is that you're doing more. Now is the time for you to fall back, go to the drawing board, learn, plan, and really put your unique idea, give your unique idea or your unique path some form, some substance. And now it's not the time to just go out and say, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm doing it, and yada, yada, yada. Life is going to really slow you down if you take that route. Life is going to put a bunch of roadblocks in your way and say, no, now's not the time. Slow down. Wait. Have you really thought this through? Do you even know how to do this? Do you even know how to do that? You're going to be getting a lot of that, Gemini. So really take the time to learn, to practice, and to increase your skill set so that when you do go out, you'll be more readily received and you will have an easier time working with this oppositional energy. Because right now, if you do go out, it's not a good look for you, Gemini. It's not your time. So we're going to take a look at your finances right now, Gemini. I'm still dividing this reading into finances, into love, and into the general reading. The general reading combines your love and your finances and talks about your life in general. So let's pull a card to represent your financial situation. There's nothing in your cards to depict either gain or loss. It's just more so like a biding of your time, like maybe just like saving money or investing your money wisely in things that you into what you want, like maybe some education. Yeah, here we have orphan for your finances. Let's read what orphan says for finances. This is an interesting card to have there for prosperity. So let's see. This card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You're not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you'll experience prosperity. And this is exactly what I was saying through the whole theme section, Gemini. Your energy right now isn't really gelling with other people. You have a very unique path, a very unique way of viewing things. And like I said, whatever it is that you may want to do with your life, other people may disagree, may think it's silly, or even may just think that, I don't see that for you. The fact of the matter is, Gemini, the person that you are, it's going to only work for you. You're going to have to be comfortable with other people not really liking you, other people not understanding you, other people really coming up against your ideas. And honestly, Gemini, you're going to get your wealth and your abundance. You're going to get your money and everything that you want by just really sticking to your path, by working on whatever it is that you imagine, and by following the signs and synchronicities that are unique to you, Gemini. Luck is going to come to you when you decide to be yourself and to do what's authentic to you. Don't allow other people to sway your mind or change you from your path. But what's important to know right now is that you have to learn your craft better, that you have to learn whatever it is that you want to get into better, so that other people don't have the room to talk down to you or to doubt you or to question you. This is about you really understanding and learning that other people aren't always going to support you. They're not always going to have your best interests in heart. Then, quite frankly, not everyone is even going to like you. But the important thing for you, Gemini, for you to know is that it's okay for you to trust your path, to continue on with whatever it is that you feel in your heart that you need to do, and to realize that your path is unique and is only right to you. So if you feel intuitively guided to do something, learn about it, study it. If you can, invest in some tools to help you practice. Practice is a really big thing that's coming in. Practice, learn, study. This is that time for you to do that. So when the time comes for you to really act on these ideas, you'll be able to do so very competently and confidently. So let's get some tarot cards to go with this energy as well, Gemini. I'll be pulling 2 cards. Jeez. So many cards want to jump out, Gemini, but we're only taking 2. Okay. The first card is the Magician. What's funny is that the Magician also correlates to the sign of Gemini as well. With the Magician and the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, with the Magician and the Page of Wands, this is like really the same message I've been telling you. That it's up to you to learn, to really apply yourself, to understand, to study, and to bring about whatever it is that you really want. You can see here with the Magician, this guy has a beaker in his hand, a scientist. Scientists are all about studying methodology, doing things in an orderly fashion or in an orderly and methodical way. This is what has to happen here, Gemini. Now is not the time for you to just go out all willy-nilly and rely on luck. This is time for you to create your own luck, Gemini, to follow your own signs. And right now, your signs are telling you that it's time to study, to learn, to improve yourself, to practice. Whatever idea, passion, whatever passion or desire is in your heart, it's time for you to practice like this guy is here. He's writing music. He's practicing his guitar. Not everything is turning out right. Like, he has to scrap some ideas. He has to start new ones. Keep trying new chords, new strings. This is it. This is you really being in the lab, Gemini. And that's what's happening in this period. It's time for you to start labbing your ideas, labbing yourself, thinking about what it is that you want to do so that you can improve, study, and practice your new ideas. So let's get one more card. But Magician also tells me that you're going to be able to manifest this, Gemini. You're going to be able to overcome and to do this, but you have to realize that this is going to take actual time, practice, and study. The Emperor in reverse. With Emperor in reverse, like I said here with the Domination card, you might just have to back up off or try and let other people see, trying to make other people believe that you're capable for this, that you're in control, that you're doing whatever it is that you got to do. It's time to really detach from what other people believe, what other people think, or just detach in general and just like really retreat into your lab, retreat into your atelier, and make sure that you do your work, your practice, run your experiments, and do what you got to do. Because with the Devil card at the bottom, like, there's this energy here, like this could become an exception, but what I'm really feeling here with the Devil and the Opposition card is that this is really just going to be a lot of BS. I'm just saying, a lot of BS on your path, Gemini. You're going to be dealing with a lot of BS. And more BS is going to come to you if you really try to force yourself through this period. Instead of trying to take the time out to learn, to understand, to improve, If you try so hard to like really get out there and just like move ahead of the energy, move ahead of the curve, you're just going to be dealing with a lot of bullshit. And if you want an easier time, Gemini, then take this advice, study, practice, and learn, because that's exactly what needs to happen right now, Gemini. You need to put some effort into giving form to your dreams, and to like really thinking about it in a more practical, in an analytical manner. Practice, study, and learn. That's the key words here. Practice, study, and learn. Because whatever it is that you want to do is unique to you. And if you're not a master, if you're not able to like really step out and like show that, you know, this is right for you and you can do this, you're going to be ridiculed, you're going to be laughed at, and you could end up losing like your confidence. Emotions are running high. Exactly. There's so much energy around here with other people just not feeling you, Gemini. I don't know what it is. Maybe you've been arguing a lot with other people. Your energy really just haven't been positively received by like a couple people or a certain person. Whatever it is, Gemini, like this is in a very emotionally turbulent time, which is probably why it's best spent alone, by yourself, studying and learning. Because conclusions are within reach and a new start is coming. Exactly, Gemini. You are going to... This whole idea, whatever it is that you want to like create, the time for it to come is like really going to come. And it's going to come like more so quickly. Because Gemini, with the Uranus card here giving his blessing to you, is blessing you with a very strong and insightful mind. If you take the time out now to study, I think you'll be able to pick up on information and learn it a lot faster than if you decide to just like try to go out and just like do it. It's just to do. I don't know how else I can say this, Gemini. I'm really feeling like if you take the time out to like study, to practice, and to learn, you'll be studying, practicing, and learning a lot faster than any other time right now. Because this new start is coming for you. Like I'm hearing like maybe within like the next month or two, like something new is going to start for you. But now is the time for you to really retreat, to study, to learn, to plan, to practice, and do what you got to do. So when the time comes, and then the conclusion finally come, you can pop out. Make sure that you appear and that you are competent, confident, and ready. So let's take a look at your love life, Gemini, and see what's happening here. Okay. We have doubt and indecision and the sweetest taboo. What this is telling me, Gemini, is that this is a very turbulent time. So much opposition, especially with doubt and indecision. And even with the sweetest taboo is like something that's very forbidden. Something that if other people find out about, like, you know, it's going to make problems. It's going to be problems. Again, this energy of not being well liked, of things not really being settled or clear. Just a lot of turbulence in a mental space. What this is telling me right now, Gemini, is that your love life is like kind of in flux. That there's no one that's like honestly, truly committed to you right now, Gemini. If you're dating someone, then, you know, you're probably in doubt of them, or maybe they're just indecisive on whether or not they want to stay with you, but they know that they're enjoying their time with you. That maybe they already have a partner and you're just someone that, you know, they can have like some fun with. They know they're not supposed to be doing it, but it's so much fun. Again, even here in the doubt and indecision, there's another woman holding this guy's hand. Like there's someone else here. So there could be a third party situation going on if you're like in a relationship. There could be a third party situation going on behind your back with someone sneaking out, doing something they're not supposed to be doing. But the fact of the matter is, Gemini, in terms of love, again, this isn't your time, Gemini. Like, the time that you're coming into, it's just not your time. Like, no, 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 no. Things aren't really panning out the way that they need to pan out. If you're dating right now, just keep everything extremely light. Don't take anyone seriously right now, Gemini. Like, really don't. Everyone is coming through with ulterior motives or just want a fun time. There's just something here about that. Like, people just wanting a fun time. Like, they're not really, like, serious about it. Again, because at the bottom of the deck, we have erotic bliss. People are just looking to be pleased. I'm hearing that song, Sweet Dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Everyone that's coming into your life in terms of love, Gemini, is going to be looking for something out of either something from you or to do something to you. So for now, if you're going to date, just keep it extremely light. Don't take anyone seriously. And, move on. Focus on your goals right now, Gemini. Because love is not it. There's absolutely nothing happening over here. Nothing good. So let's get some tarot cards around this energy as well. The moon. Yes, the moon in terms of relationships speaks of things being hidden, things not really being clear or like needed to be brought to light. And again, with the 6 of Cups, there's something here about maybe someone from the past trying to come in with unclear intentions, or maybe, you getting down to the bottom of someone that's been around for a while. But the fact of the matter is, Gemini, is that things aren't very clear in your love life right now. So really listen to your intuition. And right now, your intuition should be telling you that trust no man, trust no woman. Stick to your path and do you. Love is not in the cards for you right now, Gemini. It's really, really not. Let's get one more. Yeah, I'm really getting a strong sense. Like, I'm hearing like the Sigma grind set, like Sigma grind. For those of you who are unaware what that means, that's okay. It's more of a meme type thing anyway, but it's more so about just being focused on your goals. Really just making sure that you keep a single-minded and determined focus on whatever it is that you want to achieve. It's time for you to really get on the grind, to study, to practice, and to learn again. This is really about focusing on your goals and whatever it is that you want to do, Gemini. The 3 of Wands. Yeah, the moon and the 3 of Wands. You don't really know who's coming towards you, what they're coming to you for. Again, that sweet dream song. You don't know what people want from you. There could be a very active period in your love life, or at least trying to be active. People coming in, people coming out, ex-lovers hitting you up, then fading away. It's all distractions. Don't pay it no mind, Gemini. Focus on your goals. Like, honestly, focus on your goals. Because the only thing these people are going to bring is stress and challenges. Like, focus on your goals, Gemini. It's more important. Your goals are the most important thing right now. Love, there's nothing happening here in love. There may be people coming in. You may have like a lot of people coming in, but their motives and their intentions are hidden. You don't know what they want from you, and none of them are very serious. There's nothing here that indicates someone wants a serious relationship or really wants your time. It's just, you know, erotic bliss. So leave them alone. Don't really focus on dating too much, Gemini. So I'm gonna pull some Lenormand cards, or Lenormand, if I want to be fancy, and we're gonna use this to get some more clarity on the love life. I'm gonna pull three card spread. Whips, which is terrible to see. Whips is actually a very negative card. The thing about Lenormand cards is that they're very cut and dry. Where tarot cards can really be taken into many different directions, Lenormand are like really, like, no, this is it and this is that. Like, this is what it is. The second card is Garden. Let's see what we get for the third card. Oh, wow. And we have Clover. Yeah. So with Whips, Garden, and Clover. Whips represents like confrontation, arguments, negativity, someone with a very biting tongue. This could be like a lot of arguments, a lot of confrontation. Again, with the opposition card, a lot of negativity in this area. And this could be stemming from maybe a social group or a social circle. Garden represents a community. It represents like a group of people coming together for like an idea. This can also represent like a social situation. Right now, you and other people really might not be gelling, Gemini. You might not really be getting along with a community, with a person, or things of that nature. Let me see what Garden means in terms of a relationship, though, in terms of relationship reading. Yeah. It reveals a shallow relationship based on joint activity rather than the depths of feelings. Again, Gemini, yes. Shallow relationships. I know for a fact in the Clover in relationship also depicts something shallow, something light as well. Gemini, no one that's coming into your life right now in terms of love is serious. None of them are serious contenders. There's an underlying motive for most people that's coming in this period. And you might actually end up even having like real serious disagreements with people from your past, serious disagreements and arguments with friends, or even just like when new lovers come in, you guys might not align on an ideological standpoint. You guys might have a good time together, you might enjoy your date, but when you start talking on a date, you realize that there's a lot of differences and might even just end up arguing and butting heads. And finally, in the future with the Clover, it's kind of the Clover is like ending this reading on a good note. That maybe in the future, there'll be a little bit more luck there. But for now, Gemini, like nothing is really happening. There's nothing here. In a relationship spread, the Clover card indicates casual relations, possibly with 7 different partners, fleeting encounters without obligations. On the other hand, it might suggest the possibility of developing a relationship, but I don't see that here. No possibility of developing a relationship. It's a bunch of casual relations with several different people. And that's what I was feeling here. Just a bunch of people coming to you wanting casual sexual relationships, Gemini. And that might not be what you're looking for. If it is, then cool, that this will serve as a pretty cool distraction for you. But if you're wanting something serious, like I said, Gemini, this just isn't our time. Like, no, nothing good is happening here in terms of relationship, at least nothing long term. So now, for the last part of the reading, Gemini, we'll be getting into your general reading, which combines your financial, your love life, and just life in general. For this one, I typically draw 2 cards. So let's see what we got here for you, Gemini. Rebel with Uranus and Mercury all in the sign of Aquarius. Exactly. Uranus and Mercury, like I said, this is a very cerebral and thought-provoking time for you. And with this being in the signs of Aquarius, the sign of the rebel, the sign of the person that's different, the individual, the weirdo, again, Gemini, there's something here about you being very unique right now. The things that you want being very different from the people around you, the people that you're attracting, or even like the circumstances that you're in. A change of scenery, like if you can move, like a change of scenery will probably be really good for you. Maybe you should be planning for that. But right now, the environment you're in is just not conducive to you, Gemini, to your energy, to the person that you are. In fact, it's very challenging to the person that you are and to your energy. It's running very counter to you and opposing you. Let's see what else we have. One more card. But yeah, Gemini, Uranus and Mercury and Aquarius, it indicates a very brilliant mind, or at least like someone with very different beliefs, hobbies, ideas, someone who really wants to have a change. You might really want a change in your life, and in order to facilitate this change in your life, Gemini, you need to learn, you need to study, and you need to practice. Let me see, one more card. It was this one. And we have Athena. I felt her. I knew this one was going to come out. I felt her. That's good. Athena is also represented by the sign of Gemini. The thing about in this deck in particular, the goddesses cards are all about an action that needs to take place, while these cards describe an event or like certain energies. So I'm going to read the Rebel card, but first let me tell you what I see here before I go in and read the book. What I'm seeing here, Gemini, is that there's a need for you to like really focus on your goals and your intellectual pursuits. That's what I was seeing up here with concession and Uranus. Uranus came out again, and now we're seeing Athena come out. Your intellect, your hobbies, the things that you believe in, the things that you want to do, because Athena is also a patron of the arts. Not only is she an intellectual goddess of wisdom and war, but she's also a patron of art, of certain artists and things of that nature. So if there's a craft that you want to develop, something that you want to do, Athena is here to tell you that you need to put the time and energy to learn, to study, and to practice, Gemini. That's not going to escape. That's really the theme here. Learn, study, practice. If there's something that you know that you want, but it's very counter to what other people want for you, or you're probably the only person in your surroundings that's getting involved in this, then the onus is up to you to take responsibility for your own education in that matter, to do what you got to do to come on top, to learn, and to do what you got to do there. Again, that Rebel card tells me that you're standing out in your environment. Your energy is not really conducive to other people. One thing about Uranus is when Uranus is improperly aspected, it can come off as being very rebellious instead of revolutionary. Instead of just like leading other people into a new way of thinking, it can just seem quite contrarian. Like, just going against the grain to seem edgy and cool. But the Rebel card here lets me know that you're very unique, Gemini. That's what I've been getting ever since the beginning from the theme. And now it's coming out here. You're a unique individual, Gemini, and your path is unique. And you need to make sure that you're doing what you can to follow that path. So let's read it. I'm reading the Rebel card. If this card is drawn, there is the potential for exceptionally bright thinking that produces sparks of genius. It indicates a powerful devotion to a cause. You are certain that your position is correct no matter how out on a limb you seem to others. You must be prepared to act totally out of character to achieve your intended aims. Is arguing for a cause or eccentric behavior. And again, Gemini, what did I say before? That other people might disagree with you, but you have the right idea. I said that earlier in the theme section. Whatever it is that you have the idea to do, Gemini, just know that it's inspired by your intuition, and it might be in alignment with your path. But Now it's not the time to put that into action. Now it's the time to learn, to study, and to possibly practice if you can. So that way you can be more well versed in it, and when the time comes, you can actually step out and do it. So let's read the Athena card and see what she has to say. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing because it does give like some myth around her, but I'm gonna just read the actual card meaning. This goddess reveals that the questioner possesses a wealth of inherited talents and gifts, that these can be used for the good of others or for self-advancement. Athena suggests that solely looking after your own interests may not be the way to achieve the results you want. It may be that if you use your abilities in the service of others, you will gain your desires in a more positive and fulfilling way. The last of the young white goddesses sees each problem as a chance for creative thought. The nature of air in Gemini is versatile and broad-minded. There is a danger of being too diverse in attitude for the current situation. If this goddess is selected, then June would be a significant month in regard to the question. But yes, you are so talented, Gemini. Like, whatever it is that you want to do, you can realistically do it, Gemini. Only thing you have to do is just put the proper put the proper effort into it, and you're gonna be able to do it well, Gemini. So keep that in mind if you want to start a new endeavor, if you want to learn a new skill, get into a new business, or do something new. You're more than capable of doing it, Gemini. You have the natural skills, abilities, and talents to do it. And if you don't have it naturally, you can definitely learn and pick them up. Don't ever doubt that part of you, Gemini. You are blessed by Mercury, and Mercury has the ability to acquire new knowledge, to learn new things, and to gather information quickly. And even Uranus is here giving his blessing, which is also increasing your mental powers, your capability. If you're trying to learn something that's especially mental task, you're receiving a blessing to be able to understand it more quickly, to be able to pick it up. Only thing you got to do is practice and devote some time to study, Gemini, and you're going to be able to pick it up and learn it very quickly. And this is what I'm seeing here with these two cards. Now, let's get some tarot cards and into this energy as well. But yeah, there's this energy here of like people just really just trying to come against you, or just like really thinking in contrary to you, whether they voice it or not. Whatever it is that you got going on, Gemini, it's causing people to look at you differently, to think like maybe you have no aim in your life, or that you're just bouncing from thing to thing or whatever. The fact of the matter is, Gemini, is that your path is unique, and it may seem chaotic to other people, but it's really your path. You're on the right path, Gemini, no matter what other people may say or think or try to force you to believe. You're doing what's right for you, and you need to understand that. We have the Ace of Cups and the Hermit coming out here. The Ace of Cups and the Hermit. Again, like I said, this might be the time for you to withdraw into yourself, to go into your lab, to study, to practice, to learn. But with the Ace of Cups here, this is more so about a renewal inside of yourself. This is for you, Gemini. This period is for you to become more acquainted with this intellectual side of yourself, to realize how brilliant, how bright, and how much of a genius you truly are, Gemini, that you can pick up and learn new skills easily, or with minimum to little effort. And that's something that I'm seeing in my own personal life. My progress may have been a little bit slow, but I'm definitely better off than a lot of the other people that are like in my cohort that are like struggling. People even already dropped out of the program that I'm in because it's too hard. The fact of the matter is, Gemini, if you dedicate some time to study and to practice, which is something that I'm taking this reading to heart, to study, to practice, to learn, you're going to pick it up and you're going to be so much better at it than what you really think and believe, Gemini. But the fact of the matter is that this is all predicated on the effort that you're willing to put in. This is meant to show you how bright and how brilliant you are on a deep level. For you to go inside yourself and see who you are, to see the beautiful energy that's inside of you. This is for you to see your light, Gemini, for you to know who you are. That you're bright, brilliant, wonderful, and endlessly talented. But, you gotta study, you gotta practice, and you gotta learn, Gemini. So to end this reading, we're gonna pull some oracles for you, some iris oracles, and we're gonna see what comes out. But yeah, Gemini, whatever it is that you want to achieve, you certainly can achieve it. But just know that right now, you can't just flat out go out and do it and be like a natural at it. Right now, you have to practice, learn, and hone whatever natural talents you already have to fit whatever this dream is, this idea, this project, or a goal that you have. Right now is the time for you to practice, to learn, and to study. Laughing and crying. There's something here with laughing and crying about really getting your emotions out. Maybe this had been a pretty frustrating time. Maybe the fact that life is just presenting a bunch of challenges and obstacles, that you're arguing with everyone, that no one seems to believe in you, that you have to take this all up on yourself. It might be a little bit stressful for some of you, Gemini. And it's okay to express those feelings, to cry if you need to take some time out to laugh. Don't bottle up your emotions, Gemini. Let it all out so that way you can have a very clear and focused mind on your goal. But I understand, this might not have been the best time, especially since opposition was the very, very first card that came out. There's probably a lot of challenges and goals that's been a lot of challenges that's been getting in your way. A lot of unexpected challenges in opposition. And it's okay to feel frustrated, to cry, and to be angry about that. Let that out. But just know that all the work that you're putting in is actually being seen, Gemini. All the effort that you're putting in towards your life, towards your dreams, and towards your goals is being seen and is being appreciated. You should appreciate everything that you've been doing so far to move yourself down your path. Because your spirit guides do. Father does. The path that you're on isn't an easy one, Gemini. And I was just thinking this before I even pulled the card, that God really does give the toughest missions to his strongest soldiers. And this is what really came out. Really having to stand up on your own, to fight for what it is that you believe in, to believe in yourself, even when no one else does, Gemini. And even when life itself seems to be trying to stack up against you. Believe in yourself and stay committed to your path. Your spirit guides see the work that you've been putting in, and they're endlessly proud of you. Even if no one else is acknowledging the hard work that you're doing, studying, learning, trying to pick up a new skill, just know that your spirit guides see you, and that there is someone and something out there around you that sees you and is proud of you, Gemini. Very proud of you. Keep that in mind. I'm going to pull one last card, and then that'll be your reading, Gemini. I'm going to pull two. The last card was sitting on top of the world, and your light was at the bottom. Was sitting on top of the world. This is letting you know that you're going to be in a position where you feel accomplished, where all your hard work is paid off, and you're finally sitting high, sitting pretty, and being able to enjoy a very luxurious and happy life that you want. It might not be luxurious, but it might be the life that you wanted, the dream that you wanted, whatever it is that you wanted, and being able to really enjoy that. I'm going to read the sitting on top of the world card for you, Gemini. I'm going to read it for you because it's a beautiful card. You made it. Bam. You are on top now, looking down. Don't all your struggles look tiny from up here? Dang. Enjoy this time of success and empowerment. And remember, next time you have a stress that makes you feel like it'll be the end of the world, think back to this time. Think back to all the struggles that brought you to this place. And if you are in the place where you are dealing with many difficulties, think back to the last time you felt like you were on top. If you were there before, you can be there again. Exactly, Gemini. Struggle and opposition is nothing new for us, or at least it's nothing new for me. And this isn't which is funny because this was my thoughts. This was my line of thinking that I was just like going through in meditation before I did this reading. Things work in a cyclical nature. If you're struggling and really having a hard time right now, Gemini, just know that all your hard work to overcome the struggle is being seen. And pretty soon, because conclusions are within reach and a new start is coming, you're going to be on top of the world again, really looking back and seeing how this part of you struggling is nothing but a distant memory. Because remember that your light is bright, and it came out right on top of the Hermit card. Remember who you are, Gemini. Remember that spark inside of you, that you're a genius, that you're loved by the Creator, that you're endlessly talented, naturally talented. And the only thing you got to do is just tap into those talents, hone them through studying, through practice, and through learning, Gemini. But you can achieve whatever it is that you set your mind to, Gemini. Believe that and know that for a fact. It's what we do as Gemini. Other people may want to downplay us, call us two-faced or superficial, yada, yada, yada. But if we have a goal and we decide to pursue that goal seriously, we will achieve it. And nothing is going to stop us, not other people's thoughts, other people's beliefs, or even other people's negative views or energy. We will achieve what it is that we want. And my Geminis, you need to keep that in mind. So that's your reading, Gemini. If this reading resonated, please leave a like and a comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you guys want to support me as a content creator, the links to do so are in the description box. You can book a reading, donate a deck, or donate money if that's your twist. Any way you choose to support me is A-okay with me. Thank you all and be blessed. Bye.